Match number 3, game number 1 is gonna come on the way. When winning matters, Snapdragon Elite Gaming. Let's just hope that either of these teams will be able to give us a back and forth one, because man oh man, has today been a heck of a doozy.
Yeah, Perseus is already taking a very aggressive positions up by the river, just waiting to see if EVOS is going to be attempting an incursion. Seems like they've only one incursion so far on the top side here, but quickly backing off and seeing that the lineup is already in place there, just ready to meet any intrusion onto the side of Perseus Esports. So no big encounters so far, just going to be down to the laning phases here. Everyone is just pretty much fitting into their places, and looks like we're going to be set to go for this laning phase of the game.
Yeah, I do think that for a lot of these players, they are going to basically work out the opportunities to play these early game skirmishes, but they have to be very careful for Perseus in general, right? Because of Jill. I mean, remember what we said? Every time that you want to actually go into the jungle, if you go into the jungle alone, you're basically going to be food for the cockroach.
So
Jill, who's piloting the Kha'Zix.
At least both of them are still kind of balanced, so they're still maintaining themselves in the middle there. Now Tufts trying to get a jump on the tipper, but Loco, watch out. Valdon is coming in, and Tufts could be in deep, deep trouble if he doesn't get out of the way quickly enough. Does get himself out of the way, that skill shot there, so doesn't quite get himself taken down just in the nick of time there for Tufts, but he's still sticking around. So is Valdez. There's Valdez still trying to find a way to jump on top. He gets onto Tufts. He does get the first blood. Lee Sin with the first kill coming in here for EVOS Esports. Is this the situation that Perseus was not looking for? Or are they going to be able to get one back here as Valdez is a little bit low? Tabu is attempting to try to get a shot, but no, the range is just not quite right for him. Valdez looks like he will still be able to recall
Jill,
back and get back to
where
scene.
he's going. As you can see here, as Jill shows up towards the bot side, immediately towards mid side, Valdez shows up as well.
Yeah, supporter now trying to get a jump as Gragas onto Tobu there. Can't quite keep him locked down though. VVV attempting to try to bring the damage. Does drag him back a little bit. Now Valdez comes in. The Lee Sin gets the... no, sorry. It's the Gragas that actually gets a kill, but Lee Sin certainly did the bulk of the damage there. Certainly, it would be a lot better if Lee Sin was able to get the credit for that, but nevertheless, the fight still continues in the mid lane. Tetamergy taking a lot of damage there, had to fall back in that 2v1, but needed a Corki, was able to blast him down completely, so still is able to keep himself in the game. The Garen's going to be meeting the Tipper here on the top lane, trying to burst him down a little bit. That's going to be forcing out a bit of rotation as supporter comes in here, trying to keep the other tree away from his teammate though, but didn't quite work out as he gets taken down as well. That's 2 kills for virtually no deaths on the side of Perseus.
I'm not entirely sure on how Perseus is going to be able to turn this
this Drake here, unless Perseus is going to be coming in with a steal. Look at that, Jurl is already coming in there. He's waiting for the rest of his team to try to follow up. It's waits for the dragon to come down. Oh, they do get the dragon away from them though, and unfortunately that's going to come out a problem for EVOS because it's still going to be stuck in a bit of a battle here. Valdez taking a lot of damage. Would that be a kill? Oh, he just gets out of the way just in the nick of time and takes on the Garen instead. Now they do get the trades though in the form of Tubbs and Jurl, but still it's just 2 for 2 so far. But I think by my estimation, I think EVOS pretty much lost out because they lost out the dragon.
Yeah, I think it is. I don't think it was 2 for 2. I think it was a 3 for 2 in favor of Perseus. Perseus, excuse me. Oh my goodness. EVOS right now trying their level best to make sure that they don't lose out on this objective. You have highlighted already how important it is these objectives are, right? And I'm very sure that EVOS doesn't want to be on the receiving end of the loss. We do see that for Tufts as well as Jill and Dewa. They are going to be pushing out for the Herald.
A bit slow though.
It's going to be a bit slow. We're going to be seeing that in the middle of it all. Tobu is going to get in, but it is going to go over towards EVOS here. Final Spark going to be able to hit 2. Not going to be enough. We're going to be seeing Jill in the middle of it all. Oh my goodness. He just went into the middle of 4 and immediately got busted up for it. Jill did the right thing, but the amount of damage that came out from the members of EVOS was a little bit too much here, and it seems that EVOS right now evens it out a little bit more.
I mean, right time, wrong place maybe, because like he was pretty much going in solo at that point by going for the jump, wasn't he? So, I mean, Perseus, again, you know, they can still afford to lose Rift Herald. It's still, they already have the Drake in hand already, so by my estimation, that's a far more important objective compared to the Rift Heralds, but at least for EVOS' side, they can still continue to keep some lane pressure going from this stage on, but still, that losing that dragon there, they cannot afford to lose too much of that, as G4 is going to get jumped on here, and fortunately, Garen gets the kill onto the Corki, so he's going to be out for the next 20 seconds.
Oh, this is going to be a very, very unfortunate turn of events for G4 here, and Persis is actually bringing in quite a bit of damage here onto its members of EVOS, but it seems that
now Persis is going to be going for the Rift Herald here, doing it a lot faster, but not fast enough though. It gets stolen away by EVOS, and now they're going to be turning it into a big fight here. Can they get a lockdown? As the rest of Persis comes into the cover of the first tier turret, they have them all sieged up and dead to rights. EVOS now having control of the bottom, control of the top. Supporter rolling his way in, getting themselves all melted down. Churl is going to be the first one to fall. Who's going to be next? Garen does get a trade on the Lee Sin, and at least they mitigate the damage somewhat, taking it 2 to 3 here. Even though EVOS did have a bit of advantage there, and now with the Rift Herald taken down, all advantage is virtually lost for the Thai team.
Alright, seems that despite the fact that they did lose out on numbers here, they will be able to siege out a little bit. Getting them, yes, I do agree that advantage may not have been big for them, mostly because that they lost out on one extra member compared to Persis, but they were able to use that Herald score.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that all that focus is now just leaving them very much in the behind, and oh, Techlandurgy, he's gonna get caught out, maybe, maybe not. Final shot there by G4. You can already see his teammates setting up in the background there, but they, Corki didn't need the help at all. The boss has certainly done him so well in this patch here, this Corki, but now with them having free reign over this side here, I think the Corki's pretty much going to be able to take down a tier 1 turret at the bot lane, and that's just going to further add to the damage that's already been done into Persis' side, because now both the Dragon and the Baron are no longer under their control. EVOS pretty much has that in the bag for them now.
Alright, Zipper right now gonna give a little bit of zoning out onto Jill. We do see that Dewa as well gonna give a little bit of assistance towards that blue take here. Face breakers for the minions. Tobu working to make sure that the clearance of mid lane will allow them to not bleed out too much onto the damage side, on towards the turret damage. And looking at it, they want to be minimizing the amount of damage.
Eyes set straight onto VVV. Good jump and good take there. All of Persis is coming on hand here to get the kill done. VVV still able to keep alive because of a shield. But then now the response is coming in here from EVOS, and I don't think Persis was ready for this, because they were just about to peel back, and then now they might be faced with losing a couple of champions if they can't get the rotations done. Well, unfortunately, it looks like Tabu might be the first one to get taken down. Tubbs is going to try to tank as much as he can, but Drew and Jurl both are just able to stay away from trouble there, but it looked like it could have been a lot worse there for Persis, but they still lost 2 people in that little battle, and that's now opened the gates here for EVOS to go for their second Drake here, and it's going to be the Ocean Drake as well. That's going to be a massive amount of buffs here for the Thai team.
Alright, I think the biggest thing that we need to highlight was the fact that G4 really took advantage of the fact that now packages are every 45 seconds, right? So I'm thinking that I'm not entirely sure on the specifics of that particular thing. I have to actually go and look back on my notes about that. But with the package coming in, right, when you go with your enhanced second skill, you move it out, you move in between everybody, immediately turn on turn on and go stasis in that particular segment. It kept members of Persis in a little bit of I guess the panic of it all kind of really put Persis in the sense that you would never expect a Corki to just jump in the middle of everything, right? And the follow-up that came from EVOS was just very well done. Oh, Facebreaker, Showstopper, right on the Supporter. Supporter still very much strong here. We'll be able to work it out. Look at the shield coming in for Tobu. Big white light, big white boxes there to cover up the black box that was going to actually bring him death as soon as he emptied out. But it seems that for EVOS Esports, they are keeping it strong. They are doing the Baron dance here, and if Persis decides to bite on this, they could lose out priority on mid-side
so
Baron
Persis,
side.
now they need to try to find an opening, but then the supporter and G4 are making it quite hard for them to find even a single gap here to exploit, and Persis unfortunately forced to fall back here. Dragon is still up for grabs though, as EVO's still only about halfway through. You can already see the Garen coming in the back line here, just trying to get a jump on the Tipper, but actually misses his skill. So Tipper is actually still able able to stay alive. Now Percy is continuing to try to fight in the middle here. Tobu has to bring out his shield to stay alive for now. This is going forcing it into 5v5. Everyone is just trying to nail it down here, bringing all his skills to bear. Still, no one has dropped so far yet until that very point when the Garen is the first one to fall. Now who's going to be next? Looks like it's going to be the Corki. He's going to get picked off. And then another one there in the form of Tufts is going to be out for the count.
Tipper as well as G4. Tipper a little bit too greedy there, trying to go for Tobu. They should have just minimized their loss, mitigate the losses, focus on the fact that Tufts has already been taken down. Tobu would actually have died. This could be an opportunity for Perseus to actually close out the game here. They've got to be careful. There goes the binding onto Valdez.
Yeah, they're trying very hard, but Perseus needs to quickly finish off the Dragon. The longer they stay here, the worse it's going to get. And now EVOS is jumping in here, trying to go for the steal, but then still they're trying to fall it away, but nay! Perseus still takes a drink anyway, and they get a double kill on top of that. This is probably the best possible outcome the Indonesian squad could have hoped for, especially after having forced EVOS off the drink in the first place. Now can they transition this into another turret take? I think that's very much on the cards with all 4 members still moving in, still melting down those turrets like paper mache.
What do you mean? It's 30 seconds left. Elder Dragon, they're going to try to end the game. If they don't end the game now, it's going to give a lot of opportunities for EVOS to come back in. So I don't know about you, but this is where the Indonesian team's aggression is paying off wonders. What in the world is going on? What world are we living in? I mean, I'm not trying to take away anything from the Indonesian region, right? But it seems that their level of aggression has paid up for all